Since the video is going to be long, this video will contain the explanation on the crafting of the best skills for the Scepter, and then I will make another video in which I'm going to test both of the ships, and then I'm gonna make a third video to do the recommended ships that you could have in your fleet, whether it is the cutthroat ship or this defensive ship. Greetings my lovely pirates. So in today's video I'm going to craft the best ship, not the best ship, the best version of the ship, the Scepter ship, and we'll show you what could it actually do and which kind of heroes you need to put on that ship and how does it function and why would you need a ship like this, and if it is something you actually need to get or not. So what is the difference between this ship and the other ships is this is a defensive ship that is supposed to act like your flagship. However, since the system of the flagship has already changed since so long, people use this ship as a bait ship. If you are looking to buy cheap glintstones, you can always use Sky Castle as it has the best discount on the whole market. And if you don't understand what does the aggro do, aggro allows enemy attacks to hit into the ships. So when you are fighting in a fleet, let me show you an example. If I have any in here, when you are fighting in a fleet, so what usually happens is all of these ships cast a basic attack. Okay, so most of the basic attack goes into the ship that has the highest aggro or has the highest threat. So which of the ships that usually have the highest threat or aggro? The flagship or the ship that achieves the highest amount of damage in a short time. So by having an extra ship that pulls off the aggro, then the aggro is going to be split between the first ship, which is your flagship, which is supposed to be another one with an aggro, and that ship which we are going to make right now, and basic attacks are going to be switched between those two. But at the same time, this sounds inefficient because you usually don't need two tanky ships on the fleet. Usually you would switch the flagship into a healing ship and then have a baiting ship with high aggro, or you keep the main ship, the flagship, as a tanky ship and get the new Black Wraith and use it in here. Now there is an advantage in doing this, or having a cutthroat ship, or having a healing ship, or having an aggro ship. The thing is, if you care about PvP, then the tanky ship which has the aggro could be more beneficial for you, or at the same time, if you have the cutthroat ship, it could be again beneficial for you because they are like they do damage. One of them does damage, one of them makes you survive longer. So if you are too strong, so the healing ship or the aggro ship is going to be way much better. If you are weak, then I recommend you not having that and maybe get the Black Wraith, because it requires you to lose health in your fleet in order to deal more damage. So we are going to try, let me see if I can try. I have here Brisket. He's a very strong account and I can do the test with both of them. I have a support ship in a form of attack cutthroat ship. Here I turned it into a healer, a defensive ship, before we join into the season 5 and get the new ship. So now this one I can show you the performance once with the cutthroat ship that has an attack and has high attack and healing mixed with defense, and then I will switch that into the tanky version with the very high aggro and see what is going to happen or what is the result overall. So let's try an attack and then craft the ship. So this is an example of the results around 5,000, and as you can see, let's see here, this cutthroat chip did not do anything, but it was healing. It had good healing, not very bad healing. But as I said, this is the expected results when I have a support chip. Now I will craft in front of you what I believe is the best Scepter chip. So regardless of the results, I will craft the best chip anyway, because I can buy from the VIB the hammers or the scrolls, just in case I didn't get my skill, the skill that I actually want. So let's go into the ship crafting and try the normal way of crafting. Before I go on, let me explain to you what you are actually looking for. So there are a couple of skills, okay? One of the skills increases the aggro by 32%, and increases the armor by 32% and increases the aggro by 80, 120 and 60 when the ship has a shield. Now this is not bad if you started the match with shield, or you're going to get a consistent amount of shields, but it is not consistent. There is other one which I find it way much better, that you start with a 40 aggro, and for every 8 seconds of battle increase the armor and increase the aggro, and stacks 12 fucking time. So this is by far, Ironclad Defense is the best shit you need, because in a battle in which you have a lot of fights, that you're always in battle, this ship is going to gain a lot of aggro and armor. So every single time you get attacked, this ship is going to be always targeted first. Now there are other skills here you might want to take, but since we are building a tanky taunting aggro ship, we will only going for this one. Every 15% drop in your HP, you will get a lot of armor and you are going to get a lot of aggro, and again it stacks 3 times. Finally, we are going to be looking for taunting maneuver. Taunting maneuver is very important because it would provide us with 80 aggro. So let's start crafting. So this is the first legendary ship we are going to get. Let's see if we are lucky. It got taunting and mocker, increases the ship armor by 32 and increased aggro by 160 when the ship has a shield. So the reinforced ship, it takes less from artillery, it gets more armor. None of these skills actually we want. So this is the first ship that is going to go into the trash can. We are going to use it in order to refine our main ship. Now we are going to keep crafting for more ships on the hopes of getting the ship that we want. I'm gonna craft only 3 legendaries. 1 is secured legendary and 2 non-secured legendary, because I need to reroll the skill on each single one of those ships and put it in my main ship, because I hate fucking RNG. This is the second legendary. I'm fucking glad that it did not take 20 times. Let's see if it's fuck's sake, it is a bad ship. And there is no skill much I want from those. So this means the last ship I have to craft, I would need the warrior ship blueprint, which I'm going to buy from here because I don't want to risk it and I have plans. So I can have this one. And then from the premium shop, I'm going to buy just one. And then let's see, I have here, now let me use those. Middle of distance something. Okay, let's go back into the ship, build the ship, and click at advance. Now guys, as you can see, I can pick the one I want, and it is automatically going to be a legendary ship. See, it's full legendary and ironclad defense with 3 legendary, which I don't need any of them. So now we have to start the reforging process. Let's go for the ships and see what does the ship actually look like. So we have this 1, 2, 3. This one is the ship I want. Do you have any similar skills in here? Okay, so let's start with this one. Okay, so what do I have here? Heavy armor defense and armor adaptation. Here, armor adaptation, multi-layer defense. What about this one? Okay, let's start with this one and switch the skill. Let's try to switch. So I'm looking for the aggro skills. And all of them has to be legendary. Hopefully I have enough. Okay, so increase the ship armor by 12% and increase the aggro by 40%. Okay, that's not bad. Tactical one. I did not really see this. Increase the ship. Tactical display, that's an aggro by 40. And then from the ships, let's see. Okay, so this is tactical display, 12% armor and 40 aggro. What about this one? 12% reduction, new HP, increase armor by 10% and 36. No, this is actually much better than this one. I did not really pay attention to that. So this is nice. Okay, no, I actually need both. So I need this one, tactical display, and I need this one. I need all of these. Yeah, and I need this one. Any more aggro? There is no more aggro. Yep, all good. So the first skill is ready. This is the first skill, which I'm going to move, and then I need one more here. Yes. I need the aggro one. Any of the aggro skills here. No, not this one, sadly. Survival adaptation. Endurance. I don't need it, thank you. This is the third good skill. Now what I will be doing is moving all of those skills, and I need to buy, to confirm it, I mean to make it assured skill. Do I have? Yes, I have hammer. I can get a hammer from here. That's one. Okay, so now I have 2 ships, which means I can move 2 skills. I need to move this one, I need to move this one. Okay, this is my main. Now let me upgrade this one. Okay, now let's switch the skill. I want this one. Increase ship armor and aggro. Let's move it. Okay, so we have this one here. Now I need to move here. Need to move this one. Another enhance. We take this one. And again the hammer and take that skill. Now I refresh the skill, this one, armor adaptation, because this is what I want to switch. Oh, from the first try. Now we have created the perfect ship.
Feathers fluffed and fancy free. He's got a peg leg made of wood and steals your lunch like a pirate should. Squawk.